I just talked for about 10 minutes and the camera wasn't on. So I think that's a good sign that that whole spiel I don't need to make. But I will quote RuPaul, who I saw on some late night talk show rerun on YouTube. And okay, and he said, and if you don't know who RuPaul is, you could Google this or Google him. I believe he's a him, not a they or a her. I don't know. I don't know how he identifies. But he said, if you want a man to reveal himself, give him a mask. I get it. I get what he's saying. You know, that there needs to be that protection, that persona, in order to let out something important that maybe has been repressed either by the person or society or whatever. Give him a mask. And I'm not sure that's how those in the divine feminine role look at it. I think they're all about, they don't wear the mask and they don't want the partner to either, which goes against the grain of something they've been, really has been taught to them from the time they were little. Here we go. First up, Page of Pentacles. Pages can be messengers or lessons. You know, this is learning something you can use in your life. Pentacles energy. It's a valuable, well, it might even be, you can reveal yourself when you're wearing the mask, you know, because see how he's holding it up in front of his face. He, she, they. And not really holding it because it's floating, it's actually floating between his hands, almost like chi energy. This guy maybe has, he, she, they learned how to manifest through a kind of acknowledgement of their ability to work, Pentacles energy, chi energy, which is everywhere in the world. It's the energy of the cosmos, of the cosmos. Star card, major arcana card of guidance, healing, clarity, and it's not really objective clarity, it's kind of cosmic clarity. You know, something that puts you, it's knowing you're aligned with the big thing. King of Wands. King of Wands would know they're aligned with the big thing, and they better be, otherwise, I mean, this is a determined, I'm going to do this, heartfelt individual, masculine or feminine, however they identify. This could be RuPaul, you know, it's a fire sign, it's somebody who's out there. Not afraid to show who they are. This guy looks very formidable. So we'll have to see more. Under Page of Pentacles, we have Knight of Cups. Whatever it is, it's energy to do with, you know, that this guy's trying to manifest or work or learn more about. It has to do with Cups energy, something you feel, something you're willing to act on and move toward. that may be the action, because King of Wands is all about action and direction. And this King of Wands might be, the action might be to move toward somebody they love. Under Star, High Priestess. That's a good combo. Star is Aquarian energy, to do with seeing it from above. High Priestess is Divine Feminine energy, to do with intuition and seeing it from all angles. Plato, love is the pursuit of the whole. You know, these two pillars, and she sits right in the middle. That's her purview. She doesn't lean this way. She doesn't lean that way. She's balanced. She's a mystic. She has secret knowledge that she sometimes would like to share, but can only share by her vibrational, you know, to be in this person's presence is to be changed. I'm getting the idea of, because this is a water energy card, Cancer, Pisces, you know, also a little bit of Libra. There's the water energy. This person, Knight of Cups, is aiming for that entry point between the two pillars. Maybe to reach their divine feminine, their counterpart, or an aspect of themselves. Under King of Wands, Nine of Cups. Again, in that water energy. It's interesting, that keeps popping up. This is a card of personal satisfaction. It can be indulgence. And I get that a little bit, you know. The King of Wands goes after what he wants, actively pursues. You know, if I think this will make me happy, if this is my dream come true, I'm going for it. And that's not a bad thing, particularly when it's in proximity to the star, to a card of healing and of being guided to where you belong if you want to heal, if you're willing to do the work. It's also a card of just getting what you wished for. And that could well be what Knight of Cups, this King of Wands, Knight of Cups individual, you know, is willing to, knows what he wants, willing to do the work, making the offer, Knight of Cups, to this divine feminine. It's what he, she, they has always wanted to do. He's felt for this divine feminine for a long time, and now he's willing to act on it. And he's kind of starting at the beginning to work the chi, you know, to manifest something in 3D, but not by manipulation. This is by a different kind of it's in the learning phase. It's something new for this King of Wands. And even to let love guide them is new for them. I think they're going to make an offer, and I think it's going to be both in Cups energy. You know, I've come to tell you what I feel for you. And this is almost like summoning up their intuition, learning how about life, about Pentacles. How do I live, perhaps in a new way? Page of Pentacles. King of Wands is really kind of, this isn't humbling, but it's not arrogant. And King of Wands can have that, that's part of what gives them their fire, their drive, their creativity is like, it's in me. I embody this. I move forward. Oh, man. Ten of Swords on Knight of Cups. It might be coming in to express love for somebody who's been really creamed by some situation. A painful ending. In Sword energy, in the energy of Star. But this is like the painful cycle is done. And in the same Sword energy, Aquarian energy, here comes the healing. And it's sort of love medicine. Knight of Cups, Ten of Swords. Love heals all wounds. I mean, time does, but love is a medicine. It's a balm. And for somebody to come in, well, let's see. Yeah, exactly so. On Nine of Cups, Ace of Cups. Put them together, you get 10 of Cups. This 9 of Cups person who has come into their feelings energy, into their water energy, is going to take action, and perhaps to this could either be they've ended some cycle, painful cycle themselves. They're now free of that and are able to come in with this cup. And here's the cup. It's like the universe has given them this opportunity. It has to do with self-love. It has to do with, something that is your dream come true, their dream come true. It speaks to the personal. I think it's them. And it involves self-love and the ability to offer love. Offer love to whoever this person is, who's balanced and works in that same water energy. And her love is expressed in not bossing people around, but in being a channel for it. Love is the pursuit of the whole. That balance thing that allows you to be whole. Black, white, male, female. Here on the earth, and channeling from above, both. From above, star energy. Channeling the healing chi. And you may have taught this person how to do that. Not by explaining it to them. High Priestess can't put it into words. But by vibing, that's the image I had before, is, how water, if there's a certain frequency, makes a pattern, makes this beautiful kind of mandala of showing the frequency. Not being able to talk about it, just being able to put it out there, because they're feeling it. They're like some kind of, You know, I'm getting the image of a windsock, which is something you can hang up to see which way the wind is blowing, because it just fills, and, you know, receiving the wind and pointing. She might be able to point, to indicate slightly, you know, see the opportunity. Start with yourself. It's not a bad thing to be guided by what makes you happy. To be guided by what makes you happy. So let's see about this lesson, or, you know, perhaps you've shown them in 3D how to work life force energy. Bottom of the deck. Knight of Wands. Oh, I'm so sorry. That's my daughter calling, and it'll stop in a minute. It's like Big Ben. Okay, there we go. That happened the other day, and it scared my granddaughter. It was so loud and like, what the hell? Life force energy. How to work life force energy. And it's in their own element of fire. King of Wands energy. But it sort of comes through the filter of this pentacle. Something they can now see and work with. We have two knights on the board. Knight of Wands, Knight of Cups. Passion and love. You know, how to integrate them maybe. How to turn them into a healing energy. How to head in that direction. Clarify, please, King of Wands. Could be a fire sign. Aries, Leo, Sag. I don't not quite know what I'm supposed to. Okay, this one. These two, yes. Wow. On King of Wands, wasn't taking action. Was stuck somehow. You know, stubborn. King of Wands can be stubborn. I want to do it my way. I'm not open to anything else. I'm planted here. You know, thank you very much. I will not be moved. Second card out, Chariot. Oh, apparently I will be moved. I will. In fact, I'll be moved by all this Cups energy. This is a card of Cancer. High Priestess, Cancer, Pisces. A little bit of Libra. A little bit of Virgo, I think. All the divine feminines, in fact. You know, and this is emotional balance. In feelings energy and emotional energy balance. I think that was part of the lesson. And she may, he, she, they, whoever High Priestess is, may have demonstrated it for them in 3D by how they live, by how they show up in the world. And that's something that this King of Wands, Knight of Wands wants to learn how to do, because this has been their approach before, a kind of stubborn, you know, I don't need anybody, you know, I know how to manifest, I know how to do it. There's a bit of arrogance in that. I think this is a really good match. You know, there's an alignment here in water energy between these two. You know, there's balance enough. I mean, if these Sphinx were pulling in opposite directions, they'd split in two. The only way this thing can move is if both of them are on their feet, cooperating in this forward movement, aligned in feelings. Aligned in feelings, both accepting this love. Both accepting this love. One more on Star card. King of Swords. Shazam. On Star card in that same air energy is somebody who embodies that kind of clarity. Whatever the clarity is, it brings them, because King of Swords can be a bit pulled back in order to be analytical. Well, this is being pulled up in order to be able to see it. It's some kind of elevation. They can heal themselves, and they can be a healing presence in the world. They've ended some kind of crappy sword energy. They experienced some kind of betrayal that almost taught them, Page of Pentacles, what love is. I want to go where love is. 80s song. Tune in on the radio. I want you to show me. It's through their own cup energy that they've learned, as something has penetrated their kind of intellectual brain. Now they're guided. They've tapped into that intuitive energy. And based on their new lesson on how to work the energies, they can move forward. Passionately, Knight of Wands, lovingly, those opposites have been reconciled. Love is the pursuit of the whole, masculine and feminine, in alignment. Love it. Have I? Yeah, I just wanted to thank those of you, the viewers, absolutely, subscribers, yay. And also those of you who kick in through the, I think it's through the thanks button or PayPal, if you want to do a little more. I think the thanks button starts at $2. I'm going to start doing extendeds. Keep the reading shorter, partly just for my energy, it really helps. Partly because I myself, when I'm watching other YouTubers, have learned, I didn't used to, but now I'm wanting it in smaller pieces. If somebody's an hour long, I have to really like the person to read the hour. And for me to do an hour, it's not that this is draining, but I need to refill my tanks, from the kind of source energy. So shorter readings, but I'd really, if I do part 1, part 2, I'd really encourage those of you who opt for the part 2 to give it the thanks button. That I'm extending it, and that you're extending to me, you're kicking back a little bit. It makes a difference. It really does. I won't go into all the YouTube hoops I have to jump through, or, that's not your problem, it's my problem. But you're kicking in that little amount helps more than you can imagine. I'll see you next time. In an extended, if I can do it this afternoon, I will. I love you guys. See you next time.